cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess light, walk ahead and guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Air Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 5th of November, the moon enters Capricorn. In Capricorn, the moon is in its detriment, urging you to respond to feelings with a more practical mindset. Under RCAP, there's a quiet resilience, favouring patience and endurance through challenging times. This transit supports steady progress in projects or long-term plans and a strong focus on results rather than fleeting comfort. On the 6th, the moon in Capricorn sextiles the sun in Scorpio. This aspect encourages setting clear intentions, allowing for cooperation and shared understanding in relationships or teamwork. The influence of dorsum promotes trust and reliability, making it a great time to tackle commitments. Expect a supportive energy for projects requiring both visual and practical, especially in family and collaborative works. On the 7th, the moon in Capricorn is conjunct to Pluto in Capricorn. This powerful conjunction in Capricorn encourages re-evaluating ambitions, letting go of what no longer serves you. Sinstra suggests an intense yet insightful energy, reminding us to examine deeply rooted beliefs with care. Individuals may feel a strong pull to make transformative decisions, clearing away past limitations. On the 8th, the moon in Aquarius sextiles Mercury in Sagittarius. This aspect fosters a positive atmosphere for new ideas, group discussions, or spontaneous travel plans. Expect lively exchanges, brainstorming, or community-focused activities that blend imagination with practicality. On the 9th, Venus in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. In Sagittarius, Venus desires freedom, while Neptune in Pisces softens boundaries, sometimes creating mixed signals. Influenced by Markab, there's a reminder to remain grounded, particularly in matters of trust or emotional investment. During this time, individuals may be inspired by creative projects, but should take caution against over-romanticizing outcomes. On the 10th, the moon in Pisces is conjunct to Saturn in Pisces. This Pisces conjunction calls for gentle reflection, focusing on self-discipline and managing sensitivities. Real-life scenarios may involve tending to family needs or community issues, promoting collective care with clear boundaries. On the 11th, Venus enters Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn values stability, encouraging practical choices in love, finances, and friendships. In Capricorn, Venus takes a committed approach, seeking relationships that offer reliability and growth. This period supports building secure connections, focusing on sustainable values rather than fleeting pleasures. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave! Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Air Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. Oh, you have have the energy of a 7, darling dears. You are in genius mode, analyzing everything. It also speaks of a new level of knowledge coming towards you. The energy of the 7, darling dears, according to the Loshu grid, the 7 speaks about your creativities, entertainment. You may be in the entertainment field, darling dears. It also speaks about your progenies at this moment in time. Your power colors over the next 7 days will be white and pastel colors, darling dears. It's also as earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and it's in the westerly direction, darling dears. You need to put something in the western corner of your boudoir, your bedroom, your home. Okay, normally I give you all of the answers, but I believe that you need to start looking for yourself, darling dears. Some things you have to clarify for yourself. Okay, all right. Let's press on. Let's press on. The energy of the 7, darling dears, you could be a life path 7, or the number 7 will be prevalent in your life over the next 7 days. The number 7, 16 and 25, as well as your luckiest numbers of 4, 5 and 7. The number 7 rules the letters G, P and Y, as well as the planet Neptune, darling dears. Neptune that rules Pisces, and the letters O and Z. So you have GPY as well as O and Z. The number 7 also rules the South Node. Okay, and we all know that the South Node is all about your past life, a past life connection, or how you lived in a past life, darling dears. And it also speaks about your early years, the early experiences that you came upon, darling dears. It's also about your inborn abilities prior your development. As I said, past life situation. Listen, it's all there, darling dears, and it's moving away from the South Node. That is our purpose here on this Malkuth, to live according to our North Nodes. My North Node is Aries and the South Node is Libra. So I've got to get away from people pleasing, putting other people first. Yes, baby, I had to put down the fact that I didn't want to take it without the Vaseline anymore. Fist bump. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on. You have the energy of the 1. The 1 also speaks about first house, Mars, Aries energy, fire cardinal sign. It's about you possibly going into a leadership position. This is you taking the initiative, darling dears, having a new start or a fresh start or a new beginning. Again, the first house again speaks about your early environment, darling dear. So you're going to be looking at that over the next 7 days. The first house is also about your 5th child. Okay. Be very careful of accidents, my air signs, over the next 7 days. All forms of accidents to do with a stabberoo or a pow-pow, or just accidents in general. Just be more careful with yourself going forward. Okay. The first house also represents something to do with your paternal grandmother or paternal grandfather or maternal grandmother. Some issue around them over the next 7 days. The energy of the 1 also says that you have a major decision to make, but don't make this major decision until after the next new moon, which will be on the 1st of December in Sagittarius, I believe. Yes. We also have the energy of the 6. The energy of the 6 is also the 6th house. The 6th house is the combination of the 5 previous houses. The signs and the planets in the 6th house support how you take care of yourself, your mental health, and the kinds of jobs and everyday routines and rituals that help you thrive. So it could be your co-workers, employees, your diet. You're looking at your diet. Maybe you're going through some kind of physical health. The 6th house also speaks about health. Okay. The 6th house also speaks about the number 6 dice, I should say. It speaks about your health. It also speaks about doctor's visits. Either it's somebody who's going to want you to accompany them, or you want them to accompany you. Okay. We have a 9 on top. So some situation that has been weighing on you, darling dears, it's been fated to end. So that situation is moving away from you. It's completed. And when one situation is completed, you are in tip-top manifestation mode. Okay, you've got a 5 and listen, you've got 8 on the side. So we've got 7, 8 and 9. Listen, it's all lining up for you, darling dears. 8 is the number of karma, as well as karmic debt, as well as money possibly coming towards you, the 8th house. Okay, somebody could be going into retirement. The 8th house is the house of mutual funds. It could also represent a legacy, as I said. I just mentioned the maternal grandmother or paternal grandfather. Okay, somebody might be in line to receive some kind of inheritance over the next 7 days. Okay, the 8th house, as I said, it looks at your assets, big business, money that comes towards you. It could be from an investment, insurance, retirement, all of this and that, darling dears. All of this and that. The 8th house is the house of occult, darling dears. Maybe somebody's getting into the occult, understanding it more. It's about your psychic awakening. If you're looking to get a loan of any sort, darling dears, everything's going to go fabulous, gorgeous and lovely for you over the next 7 days. I love it. I don't hate it. You've also got a secret hater. At the side, we've got an energy of a 3, darling dears. According to oh, come on, Case, put your teeth back in. According to the energy of the Pythagorean theorem, the number 3 is representative of groups and expression. Somebody's expressing himself in your name. This person is a secret hater. The energy of the 3 is not at the front of the dice, it's at the side. So somebody's going to try and come at you sideways this week, darling dears. Be prepared. The 3rd house is about gossip. It's about communication. You're going to expect a lot of incoming communication as well as you putting out communication. How they're gossiping about you? They're utilizing the mobile devices, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. It also speaks about any form of journeys that you're going to be taking. It'll be going fairly well. Any form of ground transportation. Somebody's also a teacher. Okay, maybe teaching languages. But you're doing fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. It's about an upgrade for you. Okay, be careful around those that have the asthma, darling dears. Make sure that they've got their asthma equipment. I use the Mullin, M-U-L-L-I-E-N, for my daughter. You just put a tip of it, just 1 drop underneath the tongue. They stop wheezing. It clears up their chest. After her having to have the Ventolin and the Beckontide for years, the Mullin was the way to go. For me, that is. Do your own research, darling dears. The 3rd house also speaks about your early education and your childhood, darling dears. As well as somebody's going to be becoming a student. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, what about the gossiping gossipers? Do we go straight there? Okay, we're going to use... I'm going to go with the green cards. Gossiping gossipers, what do you want? Oh gosh, it fell right past me, darling dears. It fell right past me. Okay. I got it. Yes, I got it. Yeah. Gossiping gossipers. Maybe you have a new man or a new woman coming into your life, darling dears. Or you're given the impression that you are a new man, a new woman. Someone who's not taking it without the Vaseline. Love it. I don't hate it. There's a lot of talk about you, darling dears, but these people will come at you sideways. Okay? Right? And they're talking about your progeny, if you have them, darling dears. Good golly, and the gosh, darling dears, and the gosh. What's on the base of the deck? They like it just fine, darling dears. Of course they like it just fine. You are liking the situation that you're in at this moment in time. Yeah, someone's about to be extremely shameless and bold. I told you. They're messaging each other backwards and forwards, trying to, I don't know, gather their army of the wicked. Yes, it's always people going nowhere, darling dears, that have you on the tip of their tongue. Okay, let's get your Oracle Ancestral message. The elastic band broke, darling dears. Whenever it breaks, it speaks about some cycle ending. And we already spoke about the 8th house. Maybe some kind of spell work was sent your way. Remember, I told you that. Somebody tried to change the outcome of something, darling dears. A will? Somebody's will? Okay. Well, the elastic band broke, darling dears. Whatever they tried to change, they're going to be very sorry, darling dears. Whatever they tried to hold and try to keep in place, it's not going to work. Yeah, because it's the rebirth of you. Again, this is the 8th house energy, darling dears. Yeah, you are the phoenix rising from the ashes, baby. Posh clap. Love it. A new beginning. We've got a lot of winter here, so it's during the winter months, darling dears. People are seeing you as a new person. Yeah, going after your security, and they're going to have to put respect on your name. Whomsoever was trying to what? Put some juju on you. Listen. Make that bad juju go back to them. Yeah, ring the bell, darling dears. It could be as many as 5 people. They're jealous about the money that you're earning. Pentacles represents your career, your finances, your business if you have one, as well as your possessions, darling. There's lots of jealousy being bandied around in your name, and it's all about the security that you are creating for yourself, darling dears, as this new man or woman. Base of the deck, darling dears. We got the Death card, and what's the Death card? The 8th house and the 12th house and the 4th house, darling dears. Somebody's definitely going to be passing. My condolences. A grandmother, a maternal grandmother or paternal grandfather. Okay? Somebody don't want you to inherit, because this is the biggest pentacle of them all, darling dears. They don't want you to get anything from this will. But whatever they try to do, it's about to backfire on them. Okay? I'm going to stop and start again, so I'll have a bit of space to put in all of the planetary energies. BRB! Okay, so the energy of the 7, darling dears, as I said, you could be a life path 7, 16 or 25. You are a genius at this moment in time. It tells me that you're getting some kind of a psychic upgrade over the next 7 days. Okay, it's about your natural curiosity, which is bringing you to this point, okay, where you need to be. Your luckiest days will be Tuesday, Friday and Saturday. The number 7 is representative of a semi-sextile. So it's telling me that this what you've been through, darling, it was extremely transformative, but it also healed you on a spiritual level. It's about you utilizing the forgiveness, darling dears. You don't have to break bread with them again. Yes, you've gotten up from the table, but forgive them and keep it pushing. Many people underestimated you, darling dears. They underestimated the level of knowledge that you would afford yourself. Okay. A lot of people are being very introspective as far as you're concerned, but it could be because they're trying to come forward to take you down. Bobby Brown, you're learning new things, and you are most definitely on your spiritual journey. The energy of 7 is the Neptune, darling dears, for illusions, disillusionments. The 12th house is about mental health, and it also speaks about a karmic debt that somebody's acquired because they tried to stop you. They tried to stop you from wherever it is that you're doing, darling dears, as this new man or woman. And for some, I say, there is a new man or woman coming towards you. Progeny will be involved in this situation. Whether you're of childbearing age or they come with their children or you come with your children, whatever. But whoever's talking about you in the background, they are shameless and they are bold and they are lying. You don't need to go and confirm or deny anything, darling. Just keep it popping, keep it fresh. Okay. The base of your deck, the Lover's card, darling dear. So it says that you've been making the right choices. And as I said, somebody could be going into union. The 8th house is about mutual funds, joint finances, darling dears. But the 8th house is, you see, the 5th house is about that love, that once in a lifetime love. The 8th house is about lust. Okay, so be very careful who you're lustful around, darling dears. Not everybody's coming to uplift you. And remember, some people are straight up NPCs. They're here to put a spanner in your works. So be careful with the choices you're making. Somebody's also going to be signing a contract over the next 7 days, darling dears. Okay, the energy of the 7 is about letting others do the work and taking the credit. How do you do that? By outsourcing, darling dears. So you're going to be outsourcing some form of work. We have the element of the 3, the 3rd house. It's going to go fabulous, gorgeous and lovely for you. All right. The energy of the 7, darling dears, is representative of the Lover's card. Oh my God. Yeah. This is the Empress on its face, darling dears. But the impression I got when it came out, this is somebody passing. This is somebody passing. Yeah, they're leaving you some money, darling dears. Somebody don't want you to get that Skrilla. They don't. But who God bless, no man can curse. Look, major arcana, darling dears, on as bookends. Yeah, this is you moving forward. It also speaks about a change in your status. Yeah, happy, happy times. Somebody's also going to be going on holiday. The Chariot can also speak about, like I said, an element in elevation in your status. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, darling dears. This is you building something that is going to be stable. It's going to be loyal. It also speaks about loyal people coming towards you. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Here's the gossiping gossiper. It could be two women together, darling dears. They're talking about you. Why are they talking about you? Because they are the devil's most diligent workers, darling dears. They've got lots of addictions, codependent. Many of them are in violent situations, darling dears. They're not happy that you are happy at this moment in time. This goes to what? 10-10. And whenever we see a 10-10, darling dears, it says that you are at breakthrough. You're on your purpose, right? Because 10-10 is like binary source code. So it's divine telling you to what? Continue, darling dears. Because as I said, you are at breakthrough. Being mentally, physically, emotionally aligned. Creating a happy family. Definitely going to be going on holiday, darling dears, or making holiday plans over the next 7 days. Look, all the investments that you invested in, darling dears, they're about to pay off. The Seven of Pentacles also says that you was waiting on the right part. Listen, can you stand any more Skrillas, darling dears? Skrilla.com, darling dears. The money, the folding stuff. Somebody's also about to be recognized as a major craftsperson in their field. World card. It's something that you've been working towards. When we see the World card, it's also a reminder not to bring back anyone from the past. Why? The World card is also a karma card. This person was immature. You've got them on block, darling dears. Yeah, very confused person, darling dears. Very confused person. Yeah, Two of Cups. It could have been a lover, darling dears. But we've also got what? The 8th house, the death card, darling dears. This is a new beginning for you. Remember, I told you that. When God say yes, who can say no? Yeah. And you've got the badass alchemist ways. Everything is going great for you over the next 7 days. Your finances are looking good. You're leaving certain people exactly where they need to be, darling dears. Behind you, again, we're seeing the Hierophant energy. Going into some form of formal training. Yeah, people that are watching you, darling dears, they're living in situations where there's no stability. I'm also hearing somebody, an engagement is about to be lost over the next 7 days, darling dears. Some kind of engagement. Engagement could be a job. It could be engaged to someone, darling dears. On a knife's edge. This person is going to find out something that is going to affect them mentally for some time to come. Yes. But it's nothing to do with you. Yeah, you definitely have good news coming towards you, darling dears. You heard the confirmation. Right. So many messages. Let's get one final card. And then we're out of here. To get great. They need to put some respect on your name, but definitely some form of money coming towards you, darling dears. Yeah, main male. Somebody who loves themselves, darling dears, but all they've got is what? Bull swanky going for them, darling dears. They may look good in their clothes, they may look good in their face, but their character is very dirty. Look at the two ladies in the background. All right, I nearly said something else. What did I say? Good fortune is on its way. On the energy of a 2 and 6, that's an 8, darling dears. The number of money as well as debt, karmic debt. You are always on their mind. On a 16, darling dears, they're going through catastrophes, lots of arguments. And it also speaks down about the breakdown of some kind of relationship that they're going through at this moment in time. Split the deck. Keep your expectations high. Good golly and gosh. You've gone from the 20s, the 8, darling dears, the 8, right, to the 28. 2 and 8 is the number of wealth. This is money. This is wealth. On that note, I drops me mic to load to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these astrological tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat.